A very good morning, class 11th and 12th. In today's class, we'll be talking about a topic called as finding antilog. Now, this particular topic is equally important as we did for finding log in my last class. Now, once you get the knack of log, you also at times have a value of log and you require an antilog to cancel out the log and get the correct answer. So, how do we go about finding antilog is the agenda of today's class. You're watching the class by Seema Makhijani and the idea is to get you the grasp of the topic of antilogs. Now this antilog we would be doing it for both type of values, positive as well as the negative value. I have also separately given out the steps for your convenience so that we can easily refer back to these steps for any doubts at any point. Now before we actually go to the steps of antilog, you should understand what does an antilog table looks like. So this is what an antilog table looks like. It is pretty similar to the log table. The only difference is it would be written as antilog on top. That's point number one. Second important difference is extreme left column will have values only in decimals, because for antilogs you only locate the decimal part. That is the reason for the antilog table you would only have extreme left column will always be that of decimals, whereas if you remember the log tables, this is it. For log tables the extreme left value is not decimal, it begins with 10. Whereas since we are talking about antilog table this time, in your antilog table it begins with 0.00, 0.01, 0.02, that is the first two digits of your number to be located, which has to be the decimal part. Then you have the horizontal rows have got a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9 like we had for the log tables, that is your third digit in the decimal part. After that you again have a 1 to 9, this actually refers to the mean difference. This is your fourth digit to be located. So after the decimal section you can only have 4 digits which can be located. In case your decimal section has more than 4 digits, you will be rounding it off. I would specifically be doing such an example too. So your first 2 digits are from the left, third digit is from this column, any one of them, fourth digit is from here. Now this would be understandable once we begin with the examples. Now the first example that I am taking is finding antilog of a value called as 10.56. Let's begin with the class. Step 1. The number before the decimal becomes the power of 10 in your answer, which means you have your answer right away. Your answer is something into 10 to the power of the number before the decimal. So this is which goes into your power of 10. So your answer is 10 to the power 10, which is the easier part. Now what about the part of the number which we have to find? For this part, the step says the part after the decimal is to be located in the antilog tables and then report it in the standard form along with the power of 10 which is introduced from step 1. So in this number 10 becomes your power of 10 in the answer. What do you have in the decimal part? 0.56. So in the tables of antilog you will locate 0.56 in what? There is no number. Let us assume it's a 0. So you will locate 0.56 in 0 and get the value. Now let's go to the tables. This is your antilog table. Where is 0.56? Mind you, this does not have 0.56. This is only up to 0.49 on one side of the table. So please go to the other side of the table. You require 0.56. So where do we have the 0.56? This is your 0.56. And this 0.56 is to be located in 0. This is your 0 column. So 0.56 in 0 is 3631. I hope I am clear on that. 3631 is the value that you have located from the tables. Your value is 3631. Now what does the rule say? I repeat, the number before the decimal is the power of 10, which we have done. The part after the decimal is to be located into the tables, which we have done. Report it in the standard form directly. Please do not do anything to the power of 10. Report it in the standard form along with the power of 10 from step 1 without doing anything to this, which means this number directly comes down as 3.631 is your answer for this particular question. Fine. We'll do the second example now. The second example that I am taking is a parallel example so that we do not have to hunt into the log tables again. My second example is antilog of 105.681 is the value that I have to find the antilog for. Now the step 1, as you very well know, the number before the decimal becomes the power of 10 in your answer. So let's write the answer first. Answer is some number into power of 10. Now what is the power of 10? The number before the decimal. What do you have before the decimal? 105. Please do not be surprised. The answer is 10 to the power of 105. That is how the rule says. Now you are left with the tables. The tables are, antilog tables are only for decimal part. So your decimal part is in the tables of antilog. You will check 0.68 and locate it in the first labeled column of the table. Let's go to the table. You need the 0.68. This is your 0.68 and this 0.68 is to be located in the first column of the table. That means 0.68 in this is 4797. So the value that you get from the tables is 4797. Now what does it say? The part after the decimal is to be located in the antilog tables and report it in standard form along with your power of 10. So your answer directly becomes 4.797 into 10 to the power 5. Fine. Moving on to example number 3, you have to find the antilog of 0.568. Now as you very well know, the answer is the power of 10 is the number before the decimal. So your answer is 10 to the power 0, which is nothing but 1. You can ignore this. Now from the tables, in the tables you have to locate 0.56 in the 8th labeled column. Let's come to 0.56 in the 8th labeled column. Your 0.56 in the 8th labeled column comes out to be 3698. So your value from here is 0.3698 is what you get from your values. And what do you have to do now? Just report it directly in the bottom as a number in standard form. So when you go about it, taking it up in the standard form, what do you get the answer to be? 3.698 into 10 to the power 0, which is nothing but 3.698 is your answer. Fine. Coming to the last example of antilog values for a positive number, let's find the antilog of 40.1234. Now you very well know, you can report the answer directly as some number which is to be found from the tables into 10 to the power is the value before the decimal. So before the decimal you have 40, so your answer would be 10 to the power 40. Now moving on to the tables. From the tables of antilog, please don't forget it's antilog table. Check 0.12 in 3rd column and then in the mean difference 4th column. Let's do it here. You have 0.12. This is your 0.12. This 0.12 is to be located in the 3rd column. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. That makes it 1327. 1327 is 0.12 into the 3rd column. Please, you can do it simultaneously. 0.12 in the 3rd column is 1327 and then you have to go to the mean difference for the 4th digit. So the mean difference here in the 4th column is 1. So you just need to add 1 to it. So your value from the tables comes out to be 1328 and you have to report it directly in the standard form as 1.328 into 10 to the power 40. So your answer for the antilog of 40.1234 is 1.328 into 10 to the power 40. Done? So we finished the antilog values for a positive value and this negative value is my next class. So please keep watching for finding antilog of negative values. Class 11th and 12th. Do well in life. Bless you loads. Take care of yourselves. Please keep subscribing and liking my channel.